Hi, it's Jeffrey here with Daddy's Board Shop, and I'm going to show you how to put a truck on a drop-thru skateboard, because no matter how hard you try, it is not going to fit through here, no matter which way side it goes through. So what you have to do is get some sort of socket wrench or regular wrench if you have one, and you can start loosening the kingpin, which is this part, all the way until the nut falls off. And then the washer's going to come off next. And there's a lot of little parts that you want to make sure that don't fly all over the place, because it's going to be a bummer if you lose one down a sewer or wherever you may be assembling your board. Another thing to be careful of is the pivot cup. Those sometimes have a tendency to fall out. So today I'm going to use some shock pads to go on top of the board, so that way the point of the shock pads is to reduce stress from vibrations from the road. So it just kind of like helps your board have a little bit longer of a life, and also it'll dampen some vibrations into your feet a little bit. Alright, so what I like to do is take the truck, or the base plate, turn it upside down. Again, watch out for the pivot cup. Take the shock pad, put it underneath, and then take your hardware. In this case, we're using pan heads that actually have an Allen wrench. So you have to have an Allen wrench to do that. I have one. Some will require a screwdriver. So you put I like to put all the hardware in first, just like that. And then the shock pad on. And then you can place it on your board, and make sure whenever putting a truck on, your pivot cup will always go to the outside of your board. So then you line up the holes and you push them in. Some boards are going to fit really nice and smooth like this one, and some of them are going to take a little effort. It's okay to take like a T-tool or the back of a screwdriver, tap your hardware in a little bit. Now once you got that, use your entire hand to flip over the board, so that way your hardware doesn't drop to the ground. And then a good idea would be to have some little tiny washers to put in between the nut, so it also protects the board a little bit. You don't have to have them, but it's just a good precaution to have. So you put all 4 of those on, and once those are on, you can lightly put the nuts over the top of them. That way you can let go without the entire base plate falling to the ground again. So once you got those on, you can grab your T-tool or any wrench or plier, or in this case I'm going to use a power drill just to save time. It ends up being quicker. One thing you want to be careful of though is having too much torque, even with your hand, because you can damage the board by pulling it all the way through. So I have my Allen wrench. I'm going to set the board on its side so I can see what I'm doing. Put the Allen wrench in and the power drill, and tighten it down each side until it's snug. Move on to the next one. That one's snug. Whoa. Just keep going. Okay, so once that's done, let's give them a little check. Make sure they're not loose, because you don't want to be riding down a hill and your hardware popping off on you. That could be disastrous. So next you're going to take your bottom bushing. In this case we have a barrel and your bottom cup washer. The washer goes on first, then the barrel, and then next you take your hanger, and you find out if you try to look at your other truck and remember, or just usually there'll be some kind of logo or indication of which is the outside. Once you do that, you put the end of this into the pivot cup, and then you set it over. Make sure it's nice and snug. You'll kind of feel a little snap in a lot of the trucks once it's on there good. Then you can throw on the next bushing. In this case we have a cone. Put it over, and then the bushing cup goes next, and then you have your nut, and you tighten it down, and use my T-tool for this one. Again, you can use any kind of wrench to make this happen. And you tighten it down to your desired position. And there you go. That is how you assemble a drop-through truck on a skateboard, or a truck onto a drop-through skateboard. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something. See you next time.